Yeah, so when I first came in, I was burnt out, and I just basically had limited energy. I think it was something like a 4 out of 10. I was having digestive issues. I was starting to feel a little bit anxiety going on and just basically quite sort of overwhelmed with life and kind of just what is going on with my body. It just felt a bit out of control. I think it was parts of PMT going on as well, and it was just quite overwhelming. Yeah, massive changes. I think to start with, we were working on my adrenals, and so that whole sort of sense of your body getting quite charged up about things that you felt that you didn't have any control over, that's just, my body feels calmer, my mind feels calmer, my whole being feels calmer. My digestive system is so much better because I went back to being quite strict and knowing that for me, wheat and gluten and dairy don't work particularly well for me, and so just sticking to those foods that give me energy. One of the things that really blew me away is the way you got me taking flaxseed oil, and I feel like I've learned that, well, for me, I have to actually consume more fat to burn fat. So as a result, I've ended up losing weight as well, or losing fat, building more muscle. I think I feel calmer in myself, and and I don't feel so buffeted by things that, it's like, you know what, I can go home, if I've had a bad day, I can go home and I can eat a really good meal that's going to give me nutrition, but it's also kind of going to stabilize and calm me as well. So I guess I felt quite overwhelmed by life, and I don't feel overwhelmed by life. I mean, I've learned some tools through other ways as well, but here really it's about listening to my whole body. It isn't even just about the diet. It's actually about being in touch with yourself and self-care and self-awareness, and just I think we were talking off screen earlier about that when you go through a period of unwellness, you often lose yourself. And as cliche as it sounds, I do feel like I've found myself again, and it's a self that I actually want to take care of and be really aware of, and not take everything on that sometimes other people might want you to take on, and think, no, I'm going to eat this because this is going to give me energy, and I'm going to feel way better about it than if I had some junk. Not that I can't have junk sometimes if I want it.
That's great.
Right. People have said to me that my skin looks amazing. And even I go to a beauty therapist just for some pretty boring treatments, but she's like, Lizzie, what have you been doing to your skin? Because it's just glowing, and even the elasticity or something, I don't know. So it's sort of like my skin's got better. Not that I even thought I had bad skin anyway. People have definitely said that I look slimmer. People have said to me that I feel happier, that I seem happier, and how I actually feel empowered, that you can just make some little simple choices, and for a period of time you might need to take some supplements, and then there is actually a way through. I think often people will get a diagnosis from a doctor or a situation, and they'll just think, oh, that's it, and I have to go on this medication. And maybe you do for a period of time, but the beautiful thing about your practice is that there's this whole other bunch of resources that for many of us we didn't even know existed, and some of them were right underneath our nose, so to speak, in the fruit bowl or whatever. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, you've got to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. There's no point trying to be some saviour of the world, or you know, like I often hear people say things, but that, you know, well, I've got all this to do and I've got all that to do. Yeah, I do know that myself, but at the end of the day, nobody else is going to put you first unless you do, you know. And doing that and taking care of your health is not selfish. It's actually ensuring that you have a better quality of life. And then if you're having a better quality of life, you're probably a better person to be around. People are going to enjoy being with you more. But, you know, for me, this is like the long haul, looking down 10, 20, 30, 40, next, you know, however long I live, that I want to live a life of quality, of good health, of making good choices about what I eat. If I do come up against issues again, I know that, you know, this is somewhere that I can come back to and you can help me. And yeah, it's just